Hello and welcome on this new weekly market analysis video on the pound JPY, the Dow Jones, the dollar and the oil. And as usual, we will start analyzing the pound JPY. But before that, don't forget please to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, we can see that the market, my friends, has actually managed to make a bearish reversal upon the pressure from the resistance at 166. However, that reversal won't actually hold for a long time. If I'm not mistaken, right now the pound JPY is actually going to continue the fall till it retests the broken level of a support right here at 162, and from that point it's actually going to start the bullish reversal. We will end up with inverted head and shoulders pattern, which means that the pound JPY is looking for a long term of a bullish movement. But since we're actually analyzing on the daily chart right now, that means that for the meantime we are going to trade the bearish pullback. Therefore, we are going to send the signal to sell the pound JPY for the meantime, and the take profit level is going to be placed right here at that level of a support at 162. Now moving to the 4-hour time frame. Now since we have actually analyzed this pair, let's see now exactly where we can start shorting right now. Now pay attention. The new candle has actually started or actually opened right here at the same level of a previous resistance at 164.500. Interestingly enough, we already have here also head and shoulders pattern, which means we will have to wait for the pound JPY to reach that same level of a resistance again, because that candle right here represents the resistance number 1, and therefore we are going to short this pair exactly on the second attempt of the resistance. After that, the market is going to continue the fall. The take profit level is going to be placed right here at the nearest strong real and key resistance level to our entry, which was of course in the past the support, which we are mainly relying on to start again buying the pound JPY. Therefore, this is going to be our take profit level right there, the support level exactly right here at 162.142. Meanwhile, we will be shorting this pair actually right here exactly on that level of a resistance at 164.413. Meanwhile, the safe zone, my friends, is going to be ranging till the peak of the resistance right here at 165.247, which means the safe zone will be ranging for about 80 pips. Meanwhile, the take profit level is going to be ranging for about 227 pips of profit. Let's now move to the Dow Jones. Alright, so here's the Dow Jones, my friends, and let's now move to the daily chart to see exactly what's going on in the market right now. Now, let me explain to you something about Forex, my friends. Usually, when we are having a resistance trend line like this, and the market is respecting that level, if that resistance level is going to be broken out from, the market is going to continue the rise till it reaches the strong real level of a resistance or the key level of a resistance, and from that point is going to make the bearish reversal to fall all the way again and retest the broken level of a resistance trend line to create a new support trend line. That's exactly the case right here. Now, as we can see for the Dow Jones, right now from technical view, of course, we are having that level of a resistance trend line, as you can see, just like that. And the market has indeed managed to make right here the bullish breakout from that level of a resistance trend line. And of course, all of that being analyzed on the daily chart. Now, what's going to happen next is that the Dow Jones is actually going to continue the rise to reach the highest level of a resistance right here, which was in the past a strong key level of a support as well. So this was right here, of course, a resistance number 1. And right now, the Dow Jones is going to continue the rise to reach the second attempt of the resistance right here. So meaning, at somewhere right here, we can start shorting the Dow Jones, and the take profit level has got to be placed right here, that level of a previous support, which is most likely going to be revisited again. And from that point, of course, we can start buying the pair. So that being said, let's now move to the 4-hour time frame. Now, based on the 4-hour time frame, we can see right here that we're having the peak of the resistance exactly right there. Fantastic. At 33497.85. That was, of course, the peak of the resistance, which was in the past, as I have mentioned earlier, a strong key level of a support. From that point, I believe we can start shorting the Dow Jones. However, the take profit level is going to be placed right there, of course, the nearest strong key support level to the entry at 32636.73, because from that point, we can start buying the Dow Jones from that support level. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging higher than the peak of the nearest resistance to our entry at 33806.41. So now, let me now write the signal for you. Let's now move to the dollar. Alright, so as we can see, my friends, now the USD dollar is indeed rising as I have expected upon the pressure from that level of a support right here, exactly from that support zone at 102.641. Now it seems like the dollar is indeed going to continue the rise, but however, not for so long. That is exactly the same principles that we have applied right now for the Dow Jones. As you can see, my friends, we are having here also a broken level of a resistance trend line, and as you can see, the dollar is most likely also going to continue the rise till it reach that level of the peak of the resistance right here at 103.232. After that, the dollar is most likely going to make a bearish fall, and there is going to reverse again upon the pressure from that support right here at 102.400, and from that point we can safely start buying the pair once it creates, of course, the new support trend line. Also, another way to confirm this is by looking at the bigger time frame. Let's go to the daily chart, and right now what I'm going to do is simply draw a support trend line from the absolute lowest level of the support trend line all the way to that level of a support trend line. As you can see, that means that the market is indeed respecting those levels, and right now it has begun the bullish reversal upon the pressure from the support right here, exactly right there at 102.618. So meaning, in my opinion, there is absolutely no way for the dollar to fall at this point. The market is indeed respecting those levels of a support trend line, and the eventual target has got to be placed right there, that level of a resistance at 106.100. So that means we are going on the long run to buy the dollar, but however, for the meantime, we will wait for the market to reach that level of a resistance to retest the broken level of a resistance right here at 103.242, and from there we are going to short the pair and keep holding this sell order until the market reach the nearest strong green level of a support right there, exactly at 102.447. Meanwhile, the safe zone is gonna be ranging till the peak of the previous resistance right there, exactly right there. Of course, I'm looking at the support level right here and right there as well. So therefore, 103.574 is going to be the edge of the safe zone, which means our safe zone will be ranging for about 32 pips only. Meanwhile, we are targeting 80 pips, hopefully going to be in a good profit. It came to my mind that someone will ask me, but Sella, you have just analyzed that the dollar is going to continue the rise. Why on earth are you sending the signal for a sell? Well, just to make it simple and straightforward again, because I know the kind of comments that I might receive about this one. Again, I'm not expecting from the market to continue the rise instantly. Most likely it's going to make a pullback upon the pressure from that resistance, and then it's going to fall all the way to retest the broken level of a support right here at 102.447. From there, I'm going to send the signal for a long buy. However, I cannot just simply send you the signal until you guys wait for the market to reach that level of a resistance and then wait for it to fall again, and that's gonna be your buy signal. That might not be triggered until 3 or 4 days in best scenarios. Therefore, for Monday and Tuesday, and hopefully for Wednesday also, we are going to continue selling the dollar, and hopefully it's gonna reach that level of a support, and from there we can start buying the market. Keep in mind that this chart is the 4-hour candles, which means it's gonna really take a while to reach the take profit level. Anyway, that's everything for this pair. Let's now move to the oil. Alright, so actually that is exactly the reason why I did not post this video earlier. I knew there will be a huge gap in the market. Why? Because actually the OPEC countries, or the members actually in OPEC, have recently announced that they are going to reduce the production of the oil. And of course, obviously that's gonna increase the prices. And that's the reason, of course, I decided to hold on posting this video, because I knew the moment they have announced this news, there will be a huge gap in the market. Now, of course, I did not expect it to be that big. The gap is huge, of course. However, let's see now what we can do next with the market anyway. It's really hard to analyze the market when there is a huge gap like this, so I'm going to do the best I can. So moving now to the daily chart. Now from the daily chart, what we can see right here, my friends, is of course the broken level of that triangle. As you can see, the market has indeed managed to make the bullish breakout from that triangle. Now, of course, let me just tell you, if the OPEC members did not announce the change in their production, we would have announced to sell the oil at the retest of that level of a triangle. However, that's of course not the case, and the market has opened with a big gap above that triangle, which means the oil is definitely now going to continue the rise after announcing this news. So therefore, what can we do exactly, and where exactly we can start buying the market? Now, let's actually keep this support trend line right here, because we're going to need it to analyze the market and to find, of course, the best entry possible for the oil. Now, as you can see right here, the oil is indeed respecting those levels of a support trend line. Now, after making the huge gap right here and opening above that level, now we can see that the current candle is a red candle. Of course, that's totally normal. It's gonna make the correction of the market, and after that, at somewhere right here, we can start buying the oil. Now, if we look at the left side, however, we can notice that we're having here also a strong real level of a support, exactly right there at 76.61. Now, do the math. We can see right here that we actually have the strong real level of a support, which has been respected over the time. Keep in mind, my friends, I'm on the daily chart. So meaning each candle represents a support. Therefore, we can see that the market has indeed managed to respect those levels of a support. Then recently it became a resistance. Therefore, we can assume that, of course, if the market is going to continue the fall, it cannot just simply ignore that level of a previous support. It just cannot happen. And most likely the oil is actually going to continue the rise after reaching that level of a support and complete the correction. Therefore, we're going to start, let me just move to the 4-hour time frame, just to have a very accurate entry, as you can see right here. So indeed, yes, it's an accurate entry, as you can see. Indeed, right here exactly at 76.51, we are going to start buying the oil. Of course, it's gonna take a while, my friends, but hopefully it's gonna worth it, because the take profit level has got to be placed right here as absolutely the peak of the resistance at 83.31. Meanwhile, the safe zone shouldn't actually be ranging lower than this level of a previous support as well at 73.70, because if we switch now back to the daily chart, we can see that this is, of course, the lowest level of the strong key support level right here that we're actually relying on. We are mainly relying on that level of a support. This was, of course, the absolutely lowest level of the support. And as we can see, the market has also been ranging on that level of a support in the past. Therefore, that's going to be our safe zone, and that's going to be our take profit level at the nearest strong key resistance level. Let me now write the signal for you. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the oil and the Dow Jones, the dollar, and the pound JPY. Hopefully, it's going to be a very profitable signals, and hopefully, guys, you're going to make good profits with these signals. One last reminder, my friends, about the today news. We are having the ISM PMIs for the USD dollar. This actually, my friends, can change the direction of these signals. So please be careful and pay attention to the news, because they can play a major role in the direction of the dollar. Anyway, I will see you in the next midweek analysis video, because as you can see right here, the EURUSD has already hit the take profit level from the last weekly analysis video. Pound JPY is getting very closer to the take profit level. AUDUSD is also on the midway to the take profit level. USDCAD has also been triggered and running currently in about 35 pips of profit. USDJPY is approaching the take profit level. USDCHF is the only one has been triggered, currently running in about 2 pips of loss only. Meanwhile, the gold is also approaching the take profit level. So meaning, definitely by tonight, we have to make a new midweek analysis video. Until then, guys, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.